This crappy old Dell Optiplex of mine probably should have been thrown in the landfill a long time ago. But not just yet, because today I found something brand new to test out on this machine. Enter PearOS, a skinned Linux distro that's been turning a lot of heads lately because it looks exactly like macOS. Seriously, I'm surprised Apple hasn't complained about it yet. But can this Pear-branded operating system actually breathe new life into my ancient Dell hardware? Or is it just a half-baked disaster that looks pretty on the outside but is riddled with bugs under the hood? Let's dive right in. This Dell Optiplex 7020 is officially 12 years old, but instead of letting it become e-waste, today I'm giving it another lease on life. And honestly, it's not just about this specific machine, because who knows, solutions like this might actually rescue countless other abandoned old PCs out there. You guys already know this machine inside and out, so I'll skip the formal introduction. The specs are pretty modest by today's standards, packing a Core i5-4590 and 8 gigs of RAM. To be honest, I'm completely sick of running Windows on outdated hardware like this. It's just boring and barely handles anything anymore. Older Windows versions are officially unsupported, and newer ones like Windows 11 won't even install. I've actually tested a ton of different operating systems on older rigs like this, so if you want to check those out, head over to my channel. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button since it's completely free. Alright, so today I found something incredibly interesting called PearOS, which has been getting a lot of hype in the tech community lately. Why? Because the interface looks exactly like macOS. Let's dive in and see what it's all about. To get started with PearOS, just head over to their website to download the installer file, and I'll drop the link in the description below. Oh, now a Pear operating system? Seriously, we've got the bitten apple, and now we have a bitten pear. Pretty funny. Why a pear out of all the fruits out there? Maybe the developer just really loves eating pears. This whole fruit-themed branding is hilarious. I don't know if it's, and it totally reminds me of the iFruit smartphone from GTA 5, which definitely turned a lot of heads back in the day. The latest version right now is PearOS Nice Core 26.4. Under the hood, it's basically an Arch-based Linux distro with a heavily skinned KDE Plasma desktop environment. The ISO file comes in at 3.4 gigs, which isn't too heavy for a Linux distro. As for the system requirements, the minimum is a 64-bit 2 GHz dual-core processor, 4 gigs of RAM, and 25 gigs of storage. Meanwhile, the recommended specs ask for a shockingly high configuration, as you can see here, and the massive gap between the two is honestly pretty baffling. Either way, this aging Dell easily meets the minimum requirements, but will the actual user experience on a low-spec machine be genuinely impressive? Let's find out right now. The process is just as simple. Just flash the bootable USB using Rufus, plug it in, and boom, the machine boots right into the PearOS installer. Right from the boot screen, we're welcomed by the bitten apple logo. Oh wait, looking closer, it's actually a bitten pear. I'm literally speechless. They just had to take a bite out of the pear too. And boom! Welcome to the cosplay edition of macOS. I gotta admit, the PearOS interface looks absolutely stellar. From the sleek dock to the overall screen layout, everything screams Apple, except the Apple logo has been replaced by this tiny little pear right here. Let's see what we've got. Do we have Finder? Oh no, it's called Pear Finder. And is this Safari? Wait, Pafari? Are you kidding me? Looks like the creator of this OS has a great sense of humor, and Apple would probably lose their minds if they saw this. We even get a notch at the top of the screen. I honestly wish I had a real camera setup up there. It's just crazy. Who made this thing anyway? I wonder if Apple even knows this exists yet. Alright then, before we dive deep into dissecting all the features inside, the first order of business is getting this OS onto the hard drive. Let's see how my ancient Dell machine handles this Linux distro cosplay macOS with the bitten pear logo. Let's hit install PearOS. The hard drive is detected. I gotta admit, the installation interface is really well put together. And one impressive thing is that this version supports dual booting, complete with a full guide right here. Hold on, it says I need an internet connection to proceed. Alright, let's plug in the cable and get to it. Wait, the estimated time remaining started at just 56 seconds. then it jumped to 7 minutes, and now 58 minutes. Come on, man, get real. My patience has its limits. Finally, it's done. Let's shut down, pull out the USB, and boot it up. Hello? Seriously? Even the initial setup welcome screen is cosplayed flawlessly. The creator of this OS isn't just funny, they're incredibly meticulous. The setup steps completely scream macOS, so from select region and language to creating the account. And then, welcome. Oh god, Touch ID. Where on earth is this crappy old Dell supposed to get Touch ID from? Pure comedy until the very last second. Now that we're finally in, PearOS greets us with a pretty neat feature intro panel. The system even has those transparency effects. Honestly, if you just ignore the Pear logo, you'd easily mistake this for real macOS Tahoe. Every single app icon and even the genie animation effect look exactly like a Mac. You can toggle dark and light mode right from the control center, and heck, when I shake the mouse, the cursor grows bigger just like on Apple devices. Unbelievable. Let's check the system info. Yep, our Core i5 4590 and 8 gigs of RAM are recognized perfectly. But hey, a pretty face doesn't mean it's actually good. The deeper I dig, the more I notice how hilariously half-baked this distro really is. Just look at the app menu. The icons are pure Apple, but the app names are straight up Linux KDE. And it gets worse when you open the App Store, everything there immediately unmasks itself as Linux. We even have a spotlight search feature that looks the part, but of course it's just skin deep. No matter how hard it tries to disguise itself, the reality is you just can't copy paste Apple's ecosystem into the Linux world. Alright, so the interface is basically just a spectacular cosplay, but what about actual real world performance? It's time to check out this sketchy looking Pafari browser. Oh no. This Pafari thing is completely broken. I keep clicking it, but it won't even launch. Did they really just put this here for looks? Alright, whatever. Let's just use a different browser. I mean, we do have a whole app store here. I installed Firefox with just a single click, so let's get right to it. Reddit loads super fast, it's incredibly smooth, and there's absolutely nothing to complain about here. Now what about video playback performance? I fired up a YouTube video at 1080p and it runs smooth as butter. Skipping forward and back, there's almost zero latency. Bumping it up to 1440p, it's exactly the same. Totally flawless. Let's push it to 4K at 2160p and it's still running perfectly fine with absolutely no signs of stuttering. So it looks like this old Dell is a beast when running PearOS. I decided to go big and opened a total of 10 YouTube tabs playing videos simultaneously. And guess what? It's still running like a champ. It's honestly a miracle. Switching between tabs is effortless and the videos keep playing without a hitch. I even minimized Firefox with all 10 tabs running down to the dock, and that genie animation is still perfectly smooth. The whole UI is holding up great. It's unbelievable that this crappy old Dell is handling macOS's heavy bloated interface through PearOS on top of 10 YouTube tabs in Firefox. If this were Windows, this machine would have definitely locked up a long time ago. What about gaming? Let's test out Minecraft. I threw on Legacy Launcher to keep it quick and simple and fired up the latest version. Nice, we're in the game. What's cool is that when I toggle full screen mode, we even get that Mac Genie effect right here. Pretty sweet. The game runs pretty stable on fancy settings at 16 chunks, getting us around 30 to 40 FPS. When I drop the settings down a bit to 8 chunks, we can hit nearly 60 FPS. This performance is even better than macOS Big Sur on this Dell machine. Check out my latest video to see how I installed it. So, after this quick experiment, my ancient Dell Optiplex has set another personal record. It's successfully running a complete macOS Tahoe lookalike. Not the real deal, of course, but PearOS with its bitten Pear logo. Sure, we bumped into a few minor UI glitches and that broken Pafari browser, but the fact that it effortlessly handles 10 YouTube tabs and even Minecraft on this ancient hardware is seriously impressive. The performance this Pear Linux brings to the table completely blew past my expectations. Watching this machine run so smoothly actually gets me thinking. There are millions of perfectly good old PCs out there being thrown away as e-waste every single day, simply because modern operating systems keep getting too bloated and heavy. PearOS might still feel a bit half-baked in some areas, but it proves something incredibly powerful. No computer is truly trash if we're willing to put in the time and give it a second lease on life. Do you guys know of any other cool operating systems I should test out to revive these aging rigs? Let me know in the comments below. See you next time.